What's up guys, and welcome back to Software Resolutions, and today we're talking about Call of Duty Warzone 2 and things that I want to address that people don't understand, okay? So I'm going to make this video short, sweet, and simple, and it's just very important things that people need to understand. And yes, I know, I said that I'm going to only upload my next Call of Duty Warzone 2 video will be the new Season 2. But these things people need to understand because I get it in my comment section and I do want to help those people out. Now, if you're new here, just follow my guidelines and you should be good to go. And if it works for you, make sure to subscribe if you are new here and leave a like if this actually does work for you. Right, let's jump straight into it. Right, so the first thing that I highly want to address is this over here. I'll leave a link in the description for this webpage over here because a lot of people don't know where to find this webpage, so I'll just leave a link in the description down below. Anyway, so I've addressed this before on my previous videos, that this is bullshit because you will never be able to run Call of Duty on minimum specifications. Either on low settings you would get really bad FPS, but that's not my thing. This is what I want to get to, is this over here. If you are an Nvidia user like me, I'm an Nvidia user, so I use an Nvidia graphics card, okay? This is the best driver you can use to have apparently a smoother gameplay experience. So basically, this is the driver you should be using, okay? And then for AMD users, this is the driver you should be using. So if you got an AMD graphics card, you're just going to click on this. If you've got an Nvidia graphics card, you're just going to click on this. It will literally take you to the web page like this, and you can go ahead and download and install it, alright? So you can go ahead and do that. Now, something I want to just point across is this over here. I have the latest version, which is 528.24, and for me, there's no physical difference. If there's going to be a difference for you, depending on your GPU, because it depends on every single person's GPU, what type of GPU they're running, what type of version is going to work best for them. Now, apparently, this is what Call of Duty is announcing or said. This is the best driver for you to go ahead and run Call of Duty on, right? So go ahead and try this out. If it works for you, please go ahead and download that driver and run it. I'm running the latest driver, like I said before, which is 528.24, and it runs perfectly fine on my machine, and I don't have any problem with it. So if you don't have any problem with your latest driver, stay on the latest driver. If you try out this one over here and your game starts, I don't know, just to run better, you're doing better FPS, whatever the case might be, then go ahead and download this driver over here. It's very important that you go ahead and do that, and I just want to address these couple of things today before I make a video for the latest season that's going to come out soon. So this was my first thing that I wanted to address. Let's jump straight into the next one. Alright, so the next thing I do want to address is this over here, which is hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. Now it literally says here reduces latency and improves performance. Now obviously in your mind it will be like, okay, it reduces latency and improves performance, so let me go ahead and turn this on and then have it on. No, unfortunately not. Warzone 2 is a poorly optimized game. In fact, it's a broken ass fucking game. It's not optimized at all. So I recommend that you go ahead and turn this off. Now, by you turning this off, what it's actually going to do is it's going to reduce the latency and improve your performance by turning it off. This does work if you turn it on for other games, but because Call of Duty is so fucking broken and unoptimized and a completely fucked game, you need to turn this off. Please go ahead and turn this off if you haven't done this already. It will ask you to restart your PC if it's on and you turn it off. Just watch my video finish because you're going to have to restart your computer in any ways once you're done watching my video. So please go ahead and turn this off. This one over here, there should be games inside here. If you've added games before, it's very easy to do so. Now, for you to get in here into this graphic settings, if you don't know how to do that, all you need to do is just go to your settings, your Windows settings. You can just type in Windows settings or settings in your search bar and go to gaming and then go to game mode and then go to graphics and it will take you right here. I just wanted to point that out because some people don't know how to get to this option. Anyways, so like I said, go ahead and turn this off. And if you do have games inside here, you do not have to remove them. Don't worry. I do recommend removing Call of Duty though. Remove Call of Duty Warzone 2. Just remove it. You do not want it inside here. Okay? Alright, let's jump straight into the next step. I just want to give a huge shout out to every single person out there that has joined my membership to see my exclusive member videos only, because this video you're watching now is not as an in-depth video as what I do for my members on my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and join my membership if you would like. Honestly, it's up to you. I'm not forcing you, but if you would like to support my YouTube channel, just even supporting it, join my membership. If you want to see exclusive videos, join my membership. It would really mean a lot to me because you are supporting me and I'll be supporting you. Alright, let's jump into the next one. Alright, so the next one I do want to jump over and go over and address is this over here. Alright, so you're going to click on your file explorer like this, and then you're going to go to documents, and then go to Call of Duty, go to players, and then go to this one over here and open this up just like this, and it's going to look like this. Now, this is Call of Duty's config file, okay? Now, don't worry, this won't break your game. I have a lot of comments on my videos asking me, well, can this break your game? Is there a way that you can break stuff and, you know, just fuck up your game in general? Yes, there is, in fact. You can fuck shit up in this. You can. By changing things inside here, you shouldn't, okay? So things you are going to change inside here that I highly recommend you go ahead and do is this one over here. This is the very first one I highly recommend you go ahead and change. Yours will say true inside here. Go ahead and change it to false. What this is going to do is it's going to help you with less stuttering in the game, especially when you're jumping out of the plane and when you're using your parachute. Change it to false. For some reason this does work. I don't know why. We have to go through our config files to be able to get this game running correctly, but that's how broken this fucking game is. So go ahead and type in false over here, or you could just go ahead and copy like one of these falses here and paste it inside there. It's very easy to do. You just copy like this, and then you delete this like this on your keyboard, and you press Control and V and say false like that. Very easy to do. Right, now something I want to go over is this over here, this one over here. The maximum distance at which clutter models are rendered. Now, if you haven't done this already, please go ahead and change this. Now, I'm going to explain this to you. Okay, so I've been jumping into games and into games and into games and into games, and I realized that some people's things inside here aren't like mine, okay? You physically need to come and change this yourself. Because I went to a friend's house and I went to go and look inside this specific config file and went to come and check this out. And checked what is happening inside here in his folder. Now his was some random ass shit. So yours will give you some random ass number. Now this is the config file's recommendation for the lowest. For when you set your settings to low inside the game. And this is when you put it on ultra, or the highest that it can go to. Okay, so if you want your game to do this, the maximum distance at which clutter models are rendered, if you want to set it to ultra, you can do it in the config file by basically just copying this like this, and then deleting this inside here like that, and say delete and paste this inside there. Okay, now for the config file's lowest is this over here. This is what the config file recommends as the lowest. You can go lower yourself by tweaking this. I don't suggest it, okay? You can go ahead and play around with this. You can make this even lower if you want to. What it's going to do is it will actually increase your performance inside the game. You'll get better FPS in the game because you are rendering less things into the game. Now, I recommend the lowest inside the config file. So you just go ahead and copy this like this. You highlight and say copy, delete what's in brackets like this, and just Control V and paste it inside here. Okay? And leave it like this. Then we're going to scroll all the way down to where it says this over here. Renderer work account. Now, I've realized in the past few days, mine was always on full, meaning half of my cores. I have an 8-core, 8-thread CPU. It's a 9700K, overclocked with a water cooling block on it. Now, don't worry about the whole, what I just said. The whole water cooling block and overclocked and all that bullshit. Don't care about that. Care about this. If you have a total core machine of 8 cores, I don't know, 8, 12, 24, 16, whatever. Right now at this very moment, if you have a 24 core, or let's say 16, and higher total core machine, Ryzen or Intel, then go with 16. If you have 16 and higher cores, total cores, right? Not your performance cores, your total cores, Ryzen or Intel, okay? If you have 24 cores, don't put 24 here. Right now, at this very moment, you are going to need to put your actual total cores inside this one over here. Now, the render worker count should be your total cores, Okay, so if you have a 4-core machine, put it at 4. If you have a 6-core machine, put it at 6. If you have an 8-core machine, put it at 8. If you have 10, put 10. If you have 12, put 12. You get my drift. Okay, right now at this very moment, for some reason, you can, I don't know why, but you do a little bit less FPS when you half your cores. Now, this is the funny thing. A couple of days ago, if you halved this, if you halved your cores inside here, mine was 4, as you saw in the beginning of my video, mine was 4. When you halve your cores, you would do more performance in your game. Now, it's your total cores. I have 8 total cores, okay? So now 9700K, so it's an 8-core, 8-thread machine, right? So it's not your threads that you put inside here, it's your total cores, not your performance cores. Please don't put your performance cores in here, because I've had comments like that before as well. Is it your performance cores? Is it your total? What is it? What is it? What do you put inside here? Your total fucking cores. That's what you put inside here. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it takes me a lot of time and dedication to make these videos and to find out what stuff actually works perfectly fine in the config file, in the settings of the game, and all that beautiful nonsense. So please, for the love of fuck, leave a like on my video and leave a comment down below if this actually fucking worked for you. Smash that motherfucking like button, in fact, because it honestly means a lot to me if you do leave me feedback and leave me likes if this works. If it doesn't, you could dislike my fucking video. Alright? I don't care. But if it works for you, at least have the fucking decency to click that like button, because it takes a lot of time and dedication to make these fucking videos. Right? So you're going to have your total cores here, and then once you're done, you're going to go to File, and go to Save, and you're going to close out of this. Alright, let's jump into the next step. So the next step I highly recommend you go ahead and do is this over here. Now, if you are an Nvidia user like me, just right click on your desktop and open up Nvidia control panel. You can also go to the search button over here and type in Nvidia control panel and then let Nvidia control panel open like this. Now, since I'm on this already as I'm opening this up, you can make your color look much better in your game by having these exactly as mine over here and then having this at 90% of digital vibrance or 85 or 80, or you could go with 75 over here and then apply this. This will make your colors pop inside the game a lot. My own personal preference, I have mine at 98, my own personal preference, okay? And then I apply it. I highly recommend you go ahead and do this. It will make the colors pop inside your game much, much better. Trust me on this. From here, you're going to go to adjust image settings with preview, and you're going to have this selected. Use the advanced 3D image settings. Do not select use my preference. Click here and go to quality or performance. Don't use this. I don't recommend using this. You can use it. It's not a, like, you can't, your PC is going to die or whatever the fuck. I'm not saying that you can't use this. You can. I don't recommend it. Okay? Because people is going to be like, oh, let me put it on balance, because what that actually does mean in my head is it's going to balance out my performance and it's going to balance out my quality of my game. That is what this is going to do for you. Yes. But you can get more frames out of your game by using this one over here that says use the advanced 3D image settings, and then it's basically going to say take me there. When you click on this, it's basically going to take you here. And then a lot of people in my comments has asked me, why don't I just go to Warzone 2 in my program settings and then change them inside here? Why don't I just do that? Now, I'm going to point this out there and get this across to you guys. Okay, the reason why I use this for global settings instead of just Warzone 2 is these are the best settings right now for Nvidia's 3D settings in your Nvidia graphics card right now at this very moment, okay? This is not just for Warzone 2, it's for every single game that you're going to be playing at this very moment, and it still holds up today in 2023. It still holds up perfectly fine, so all you need to do is copy my settings as you see them here, copy my settings as they are. This plays a very big role on Warzone 2. Go ahead and change this from disabled or default driver or unlimited to 100 gigs. Please go ahead and change that. Choose your GPU inside here, your dedicated graphics card. Go ahead and go to prefer maximum performance. Put this on high performance. Allow this. Put this on. Put this on. Put this off. Okay, low latency mode, leave it on. If you only have ultra, go with ultra. Okay, you should be good to go. Now, the reason why I do this inside global settings is because of this. All of these settings that you can see inside here, go ahead and apply them exactly as mine. And then do this. Do me a favor. Jump into other games and see if they also run much better. If they do, come back into my video, leave a like, leave a comment, and tell me that it actually does work better for other games as well. Because this is why I do global settings, because this is going to apply to your whole entire machine, not just to a certain game. I have this set like this for a reason. Okay? It's for every single game that I'm playing right now, not just Warzone 2. Now, this helps me tremendously for Warzone 2, and it helps me tremendously for every single game that I'm playing right now at this very moment. So I highly recommend you go ahead and copy my settings as they are right here at this very moment, and are holding up in 2023 as you are listening to this video right now, and I'm pretty sure it will hold up till the rest of this whole entire year. These settings will hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, if this worked for you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new here, and yes, like I said before, in my Nvidia control panel settings, please come back into my video if you changed it to my settings, and your other games are also running better. Please come leave a comment and tell me that it actually does work, because I'm pretty sure that this settings for Nvidia, the 3D settings, are going to be holding up for the entire year, and I can promise you that. So you just need to follow my settings inside there, copy them exactly as there is, and you should be good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, if this worked for you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new here, and as always, peace